Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lape Soetan. Money and sex are said to be the two biggest things that couples argue about. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of those things, and that is money. In order to help you handle any money issues you may have with a future partner, today I'm going to be talking about how to deal with money in relationships. Before you can handle money issues with your partner, first you have to do some self-reflection, some self-analysis. How do you feel about money? How do you feel about money in relationships? When it comes to how you feel about money, one of the things to realize is that different people feel differently about money. And the thing is that people that think differently about money, often they're attracted to each other and go into relationships with each other. For example, one person may feel that money is energy that comes and goes. It just flows. While the other person may feel like money is something that you have to stay on top of and keep an eye on right down to the last penny. Which category do you fall into? How do you feel about money in relationships? As an example, some women feel that the man in the relationship should pay all the bills, from rent to the kids' bills, to holidays, to medical bills, to eating out, and even to paying for the woman's hair and for her to get her nails done. While some people feel that all the bills concerning both parties, including any children they may have together, should be split and paid for by the two people in the relationship. Between the two categories I just mentioned, there are many nuances, but for the purposes of this video and to help with your self-analysis, which one of those two categories do you think you fall into? Or if you have a different belief completely, what is it? How do you feel about money in relationships? Once you have a good idea about how you feel about money and how you think money should be handled in a relationship, you're now in a good place to discuss it with your partner, because yes, that's the next step. When your relationship starts getting serious, it's important to discuss money with your partner. Bring up the topic of money at different times. You can't discuss everything about money in one day. You're not holding a money conference with your partner. And always bring up the subject of money when the two of you are in a good mood, because even for the closest of couples, money can be a touchy subject. When discussing money with your partner, talk about how much both of you earn. You don't have to bring up the exact figure you earn if you don't want to, but it would certainly help. When you each know what the other person earns, it can help bring empathy into certain behaviors and demands for money. Whether you live together or not, it's a good idea to talk about how the bills the two of you accrue together will be paid. Will all the bills be paid by the person who earns more, or will they be split? If they will be split, will that be done equally, or will they be split in percentage form? For example, will the person who earns more pay 75% of each bill? Will it be only some bills that are split while others are paid for by the person who earns more? In that case, which bills will be split and which ones will be paid for by the person who earns more? What happens if one of you loses their job? How will the bills be paid then? This isn't a happy thought, but once again, it's something that should be discussed at the beginning or near the beginning of the relationship when things are still rosy, in order to reduce anger, resentment, and arguments when things turn down financially, because they always do. Remember though that even if things go south financially, they won't always stay that way. Life is in cycles, with things like health, love, and money going up and down throughout one's lifetime. A word for both partners: when it comes to money, don't start what you can't finish. You know your personality and you know how things have gone in the past in other relationships as regards money. If you know you can't stand paying for meals out, don't start doing it at the beginning of the relationship. If you believe the man should pay all the bills, don't go into a relationship with a man who asks you to lend him money, for example. Whatever minor irritations you feel at the beginning of the relationship will only get bigger as time goes by. So don't start what you can't finish. If you'd like to learn how to reduce your irritable bowel syndrome symptoms, get my 7-day meal plan for people with IBS. I've had IBS for some time now and saw lots of doctors and nutritionists with very little relief from my symptoms. Losing hope, I did a ton of research and through trial and error came up with the meals that I put into my 7-day meal plan. What makes this meal guide different from others is that it contains Nigerian food. As a Nigerian living in Nigeria, I simply could not find that information anywhere. I don't want you to go through the stress and sadness that I went through. So if you want a life less troubled by IBS, get my 7-day meal plan for people with IBS right now by going to www.bit.ly.com/Lape's blog shop. I hope you found this video helpful. To get personalized help from me, book a coaching session with me. Check out my different coaching options and their prices by going to www.bit.ly.com/Lape Love Coach. For more love and relationship content that you won't find here on my channel, listen to my podcast. Subscribe and listen to my podcast for free by going to www.bit.ly.com/Lape's podcast. If you want regular tips from me on how to be happy while you're single and how to navigate the world of relationships, then follow me on Instagram. I've written a lot of ebooks for the single man and woman over the age of 30. These books are about love and relationships. If you want to get any of them, just go to www.bit.com/LapeBooks. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up below, share with your friends, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe button you see down below, or by clicking on my picture that you see on the screen. After you subscribe, remember to click on the bell that you see there so that you'll be notified as soon as a new video of mine comes out. I wish you love and strength. Mwah.